Guys, Dr. Rachel Hippolyte here. I just wanted to share some, I suppose, news that I've had and a bit of an update on my son, Seth, who is 16 years old. He's just gone into year 11 in school. One of the reasons I got into this area of mental health was not only my own mental health, and how the brain works, but also because of Seth, who's been very anxious most of his life, really always struggled in school, was really just perceived as lazy in school, perceived as not very clever. And even though I looked for help for so long and I knew something wasn't quite right, and it wasn't that he didn't want to do it, he just literally couldn't do it. So Seth and I started working with him about 2 months ago now. So we put him on the focus supplements that you would have heard me speak about, which improves improves dopamine for focus, and then serotonin and GABA for calming within his brain. And then we started him training on the neuroptimal brain training machine to get his brain to work at its best. And so he's probably had about 15 treatments now over a 2-month period. And I certainly noticed changes in him probably around treatment 5. I just noticed that he was listening. He was doing things straight away without me having to ask him a million times. Now, throughout school, trying to get Seth to do homework was absolutely impossible. He showed no pride in anything. Even getting him to do it, we practically have to do it for him. He showed no interest in any of it. And he really was, last year he just scraped C's, but mainly D's. So going into year 11, he was really on a C/D. Even in sport, which he used to be really good at, but he really just lost that motivation to do anything to do with school. And his school finished in year 10 and he moved to this other school. Now within I think he's been there 3 or 4 weeks. And the difference has been phenomenal. I'm going upstairs and I'm finding him already doing his homework. He's organised. He's getting up ready for school on his own in the morning. He's organised with his homework. He gets it in a week before it's even due. And I was driving him to school this morning, and I asked him what he had, and he said, I've got double English. Now, English was always something he hated. He hated reading. And I said, how are you going now? He said, I got my homework in a week early. I showed my teacher last week, and she said it's a B close to an A with a few little minor tweaks. And I was absolutely gobsmacked. I said I had not helped him with this homework. I hadn't nagged him to do it. And he has literally turned that around. So I rushed home to my husband. I said, oh my God, did you hear what Seth, the teacher, had said about his homework? And Theo, my 18-year-old, said, I know, I read it. It was absolutely amazing. And this is the kid that couldn't get what he wanted to say onto paper. This is the kid that couldn't read properly. 2 months ago, this is the kid that showed no improvement or no passion or no pride in his work. All his schoolwork was just screwed up, disorganised in his bag. Now, the only 2 things that have changed are as he's been training his brain to work efficiently and effectively and flexibly. And he's been taking the supplements to help with focus. And this is what I said to him. Can you see now how that view that you had of yourself throughout school, that you were stupid, that you wouldn't amount to anything, that you were never going to be as good as everyone else, was down to the fact that your brain just wasn't working at its best. Your brain wasn't able to focus. So when you can't focus, how are you expect to learn? How are you expected to get from things from in here onto paper? How are you expected to be able to see that what you want to get and the steps it needs to take to get there? So I really wanted to share this with you. This, for me, is the absolute, to see the changes in my son and to see the opportunities that he's going to have now has absolutely floored me. This is why I do this job. This is why I love the brain, and this is why I love getting the most out of the brain. You really can change your brain, and you really can change your life. And I'm so grateful that I'm able to give Seth this opportunity for his last 2 years in school. Of course, I'm upset. I didn't know about it, even after asking for help so much during those however many years he's been in school. But we've done it now for his 2 most important years, and I can't wait to see his outcomes. All right, guys, thank you.